Do you think it's cheaper to do in-house or
Oh.
actually outsourcing is much cheaper?
Okay, it depends actually. It depends on the company size. So for example, if like just a very small company.
What other best practices that you
Oh, okay. So try to understand the compliance requirements, like the one that I mentioned about those 4 main compliance deadlines. So you can avoid the penalties.
maybe some of you who are building a business in Singapore, you're wondering what is the benefit of outsourcing and doing accounting by yourself. Maybe you can explain what would be the benefit of outsourcing.
For the outsourcing, okay. So for new company, especially for those just starting out, so we usually, of course, they don't have a budget to hire new staff. Of course, with the right outsource accounting services, it can relieve the burden. Like, so they no need to like trouble like, oh, who is going to handle my accounting and compliance matter, so they can focus on the business lah. Now, even for a bigger company, we do have clients, right? They still want to engage our outsourced accounting services. One of them actually encountered that, for example, the finance staff left the company. So they did hire a new staff to replace, but the new staff struggle. So that's why then the director is also have to involve in the accounting. So that's why then where we come. So we actually assisted them providing the outsourced accounting services. So even though they still hire the staff, so we actually like work together with them. So as a support basis. So even though the staff left again, so they don't have to worry about accounting. Because they know that they are in good hands. So they can focus on running the business, and then while we handle the rest.
So they don't have to take note of the labor replacement and everything. I think it's an issue in Singapore. And actually for myself, I can actually register the business with myself. But I think the benefits of outsourcing is you leave the things that you're not expert in to someone who is already an expert lah. But in terms of in-house, what do you think is the benefit?
In-house, of course, you can do everything for you.
Do you think it's cheaper to do in-house or actually outsourcing is much cheaper?
Okay, it depends actually. It depends on the company size. So for example, if like just a very small company, of course, outsource will be more benefit. Because like as you know, like now Singapore salary is not quite low.
That's right.
Especially the minimum probably in the market now is 3,000 to 4,000. I believe that if let's say your accounting is quite simple, then of course that it will be cheaper than you hire a in-house accountant.
Okay. So moving on to the common pitfalls and best practices, what are some of the biggest mistakes foreign business owners make when handling their accounting?
This one, instead of focusing on the mistake, I think I would like to share like important things that they must need to know. Especially in the accounting.
Listen up.
So first thing, please know your financial year end. So a lot of business owner does not know what is the year end of the company. So with knowing your financial year end, then you will know what is your important filing deadlines.
But let's say we just started the business, right? How do we determine which is the financial year end?
So basically when you set up the company, right? Before you set up, we usually ask you what is your plan for your financial year end. So during the submission to ACRA, it is now a requirement to fill up your first financial year end already. So now, basically, if we as your provider, we usually will suggest the clients and ask lah. For example, if let's say they have a holding company, so usually, of course, they want to try to have a same FYE as the holding company. But if let's say you just like a normal business owner, just the shareholder is also yourself. Now, usually we suggest that to have a 12-month period, so you can enjoy the tax exemption benefit for the new startup company.
So let's say I start the business February. Then I decided I want the year end to be December.
So you
So I have to file my taxes, everything in by March and following
Yeah,
that.
correct.
Oh,
But if let's say you want to maximize the tax exemption benefit for the new startup companies, right? If let's say you start in February, then I would suggest to until January, 12
Oh.
months.
oh, so the year end is January, like instead
Yes,
of
yes. Oh, yes. And then Singapore, there is no like restriction. You can only have your year end in December. You
Yeah.
can, yeah. You can in January, February, March, April, May, June, July,
Okay.
August. Yeah.
Okay, but if the company wants it to be just December, then
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
it can be as well.
Yeah,
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 but
okay.
some people, because they foresee that okay, I'm going to have a revenue. I know that I'm going to have a profit. Then I want to maximize this tax exemption benefit. Then I would like to maximize this.
But I thought the tax exemption benefit is for the first 3 years,
Yeah,
right?
only first 3 years. But the next one will be partial tax exemption.
Correct. Oh, I see.
So that's why, because only for 3 years, that's why some of them would like to maximize it lah. Like I mean,
okay,
yeah,
okay, yes.
just for 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. So this 3 years starts from the moment we set the year end date.
Yes.
Okay.
Set the date of incorporation until the first year end.
Oh, but let's say the date of incorporation is February, but our financial year end we just want to put in year end 31st December. That means only the 11 months,
Yes, correct.
and we can.
Actually, that's considered, I think, 10 months because
Oh yeah, 10 months.
January. Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry.
About that lah. Depending
Oh,
whether
11
it's-
months. Yeah, 11 months. Correct.
Starting or end of February. Yeah. So it's just 11. That's why you suggested just
maximize.
So they cut off really at the 12th month mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something to take note of. Okay. Yes. What other best practices that you?
Oh,
would
okay.
suggest?
So after you know your financial year end, then the next one, try to understand the compliance requirements, like the one that I mentioned about those 4 main compliance deadlines. So you can avoid the penalties. This is very important because if late, then there will be a penalties.
Okay, that for
Main
main
compliance
deadlines.
deadlines.
Yeah, we will put a table so everyone can remember. So here is the table. What other best practices that we have to follow?
Okay, so the next one will be keep proper accounting records. So for at least 5 years, and do remember to separate personal and business expenses.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a very important as well. So and after that, okay, if you have employees like Singaporeans or PR, remember to do a CPF contributions. Okay, and the last one but not least, prepare this budget so to manage the company cash flow.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So you mentioned the third point just now about personal and business expense. I think there's a lot of things that we have to separate. How do you actually separate what is personal and what is business?
Oh, especially, okay, first things, of course, that you would like to have a corporate bank account. So if you have a corporate bank account, so just focus to spend or to pay your supplier through these corporate bank accounts. Because I think some of business owners, especially for a new one, they always
use
like...
personal account.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so you wouldn't suggest?
Yeah, wouldn't suggest that. Yeah, and especially now, okay, actually it's not now only. Actually, previously, as long as you have a loan to the directors from the company, then you are subject to interest rate, and then this interest rate would be and then tax in your personal income tax. So it's like the IRAS actually has set this interest rate amount that you have to charge. Yeah, and then actually with effect from this 1st January, there are also a new rules about a loan to the related parties. Yeah. So this may be add additional interest again to the loan.
Okay, that's particularly for the loan part, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but for business transaction wise, because sometimes it's like the supplier wants it quickly, and then the owner is like, "Oh, I transfer first, then you reimburse me later." You wouldn't recommend this at all.
Yes. Actually, you can apply a credit card from a business as well.
Okay.
Or probably you can actually now even the company accounts can also do pay now
Okay.
and transfer very easily.
Is it because the journaling is the
Yeah.
hardest part,
Yeah.
or what
I mean,
part?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Of course, that is to need to separate lah, and then you will need to know like this account it should be taken into what kind of transaction.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. To do your accounting, not only you have to keep proper records like invoice, all the purchase orders and everything, but also keeping it in record, like recording it in your accounting software as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And how can business owners, like what you mentioned, there's like new regulations here and then, how do they stay updated for all these like changes?
Okay, probably let me explain about our team. Yeah, our team consists of like chartered accountant, chartered secretary, and accredited tax practitioner.
Okay.
So basically, with this, we actually have the access to the latest update. For example, like one of our staff is a chartered accountant.
Yeah.
So he has the access to the exclusive materials that only share among the members.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, if let's say you want to have an update in the simple terms, you can follow our LinkedIn.
Oh yeah.
Tristar Management Services. We will try,
Update,
update all the latest update.
Okay.
And then also if you want to have a detailed and a comprehensive information, then I would suggest you can go to like Companies Act, Accra website as well, and IRA's website.
Yeah, correct. And they also have like chatbots or even contact.
Yes.
For you to call and ask. They will direct you to the correct team as well.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, but since you mentioned about your LinkedIn page, please follow them because they will give you updates as well. I think that's very useful for business owners.
Yeah.
And we have come to the end of this video. But before we end, we want to know about your advice and also resources that we can use for the coming accounting practices. So what would be your best advice for Indonesian entrepreneurs who wants to start a business in Singapore?
Okay, so let me explain like how good Singapore it is. Because I will think that Singapore has a very stable and efficient and transparent regulatory environment. As you try yourself to set up the company, it is very straightforward, right? Yeah, and then it can be immediately set up the company. And also, if let's say you need to apply a business license, as long as you meet the requirements, you can get it hassle-free. Yeah, and the next one would be, for example, understand the compliance requirements. It's very easy.
Yeah,
it is very easy to understand and follow. So there is no complex process. Yeah. And the next one, corporate tax rate here is 70%.
Yeah, flat.
Actually, it's considered quite low here.
Yeah.
And also, if let's say you qualify for the tax exemption benefit, then it will be more attractive.
Yeah, correct. It can be like you can just not pay tax at all for the
first 3 years, right?
Yeah, first 3 years and first 100,000 and then
after that another 100,000.
So thank you so much, Hana, for being in this podcast. I'm sure we have learned a lot, especially the deadlines and also what are the best practices if you want to build a business in Singapore. We wish Tristar Management a very good luck, and if you want to support them and also want to engage their service, you can come and see their link below here.
Please feel free to contact us.
Yes. Please do, and we'll see you guys again on our next video.
Thank you.